Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Fourth Universalist Society in the city of New York. If we haven't met before, I'm the Reverend Mark Cutolo, an affiliate community minister here, and I'm glad we all get to be together today to share inspiration with one another. Fourth Universalist Society is an LGBTQ welcoming congregation. Our mission is to build an inclusive, welcoming community that connects us to our spiritual centers and to one another, works to end systems of racism and other oppressions, and is grounded in reason, service, and love. We acknowledge this commitment by honoring that we gather on the ancestral land of the Munsee Lenape people, and that although we may differ in beliefs, we are united in our work for collective liberation.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Ember Kelly. I use she and her pronouns, and I'm the Director of Religious Education here at Fourth Universalist. I'd like to welcome you to a very special youth-led service. As you may notice, things are set up just a little bit differently, and we have a few more people up here than normal. So this is a service that the youth, along with our teachers and volunteers and myself, that we put together this service. It's a little bit of interactive theater with some role-playing, and we're really excited about it. Over the course of our church year so far, our curriculum for our upper elementary and our youth group has been using role-playing to explore different ideas, and we wanted to use that as our inspiration for this service. So this is the idea that we came up with. Today, we are entering an alternate world. You are attendees of the Fourth Universalist School of Love, the educational center of the Kingdom of Manhattan. You are members of various houses dedicated to certain values, which you'll hear about soon. And these values relate to current proposals for changes in the UUA's governing bylaws of Article 2, and we hope to explore these values together. So this is an opportunity to learn together and to have a spirit of collaboration, imagination, fun, and exploration.
And now a few announcements about some upcoming events. Our annual winter solstice service will take place this week on Thursday, the 21st of December at 7:00 p.m. This is a tranquil service that celebrates the longest night of the year with music, stillness, and poetry. You can attend either in person or online at the same link you used today. Also, our first holiday sing-along spectacular will take place next week, Sunday, the 24th of December at 4:00 p.m., right before the 5:00 p.m. Christmas Eve service. Come sing carols together with a live MC and orchestra and enjoy warm refreshments. Finally, join Fourth Universalist for the UU Common Read about the book titled On Repentance and Repair by Rabbi Danya Ruttenberg. Our first Zoom workshop takes place on Thursday, the 11th of January. You can register to attend at fourthu.org/upcoming. And of course, there's more information about all these events and more on the website and social media and the e-newsletter.
If you're joining us online, I was just making sure I was getting logged into Zoom, so it's wonderful to see you all if you're joining online. We do invite you to choose a house. You'll get to hear about those soon. So we invite you to choose a house, and we'll make sure that we do have a couple of regular moments of interaction with our online oracle, our oracle from beyond the world. A final note, the service is modified in parts, as you will see, and we will have a moment of prayer and meditation. However, it won't be the traditional joys and concerns, or joys and sorrows. During that moment of meditation, you're still welcome to share your joys and sorrows in the chat on Zoom. And it will be held in a moment of silence. So I encourage you to let your mind flow into a time of imagination and learning together. And as we say each week, put your devices in worship mode as we enter into the sacred time and space together. Okay, so now I'm transforming. Mood music here. So welcome one and all to the start of our school year. I am Nebula Stardust, distant relation to Ziggy. See, that's a joke for the adults in the room. And I am the head of the Fourth Universalist School of Love. It is our mission to equip our students in service of the 8 principles to vanquish inequality. In the ancient ages, our founders, Universalia and Unitaria, came together to produce a center of education to provide a light to the world. This is why we begin our studies at the time of the solstice, as we are a light amidst the darkness of inequality. We gather together to learn the ways laid out by our founders. And we come to learn about the 6 values that they have laid out for us. To tell you more about these houses and our values, I invite our heads of house to introduce their house and introduce themselves. Just go on.
Hi, I'm Ash Kasser, and I'm the head of the Druids of Interdependence.
Good morning. I am Dean, the Dean of the Scholars of Pluralism.
I am Sir Horace of the Justice Knights.
Welcome and good morning to you all. I am H.R. Puffinstuff of the Mages of Transformation.
I am Salila Elfiros, head of the Potion Makers of Generosity.
I am Philomena Chunk, and I am the head of Healers of Equity. Anyone who gets that, this is for the parents.
And now I would like to welcome our new students, our first-year students, to come and be sorted by the sorting scarf into your house. Sorting scarf. And which house would you like to be sorted into?
Generosity.
Okay, you may wait on the stairs. Just you wait right here. What house would you like to be sorted into?
Equity.
Equity. Why would you like to be in the equity house?
I wish to join the Healers of Equity because I believe in fairness for everyone.
Excellent, an excellent reason to join that house. Come, Faye. Have a seat. And which house would you like to be part of, Faye?
Interdependence.
Interdependence, an excellent choice. Why don't you join our other new students on the stairs here? Having welcomed our new students, I invite our new students, as well as our heads of houses, to lead us in our ancient words of chalice lighting. Will you read our words to us?
We light this chalice for the warmth of love, the energy of action, and the light of truth.
And I invite our heads of house to take their new students to their tables along with your chalice lantern. And now, honoring the ancient traditions of our opening ceremonies, I invite the Director of Bards here at the Fourth Universalist School of Love to share music with us. Continuing the traditions of our welcoming ceremony, it is time for our houses to share stories from their history. I invite the Druids of Interdependence to go first.
Hello, I'm Ash Kasser, and I am the head of the Druids of Interdependence. Long ago, the founders of our house were torn apart by a river in the forest. They fought over who could be the best at making a bridge. They all each didn't want to feel like they needed help, because they thought that they didn't belong anywhere. So they started to build a bridge, but any time they would almost be done, a sea would come and wash it away. So they decided to stop fighting and work together. Our mission is to help all and to give a little more to the world so we can all live in peace and love.
Greetings. My name is Dean Dean. I am the Dean of the Scholars of Pluralism. The Scholars of Pluralism have long fought against the zealots of dogmatism, and in that fight for a long time, we worked alone in our towers studying natural philosophy and magic until the 13th tower exploded. And then we realized that in the struggle against dogmatism and zealots, we founded our school and found it far more effective to invite a diversity of people and thoughts and ideas to join together in scholarship. And so we founded the School of Pluralism, where all are welcome, all ideas are heard and considered, and we put together our ideas to fight the fight against zealotism. Thank you.
I am Sir Horace, a member of the Justice Knights, and long ago, the land was divided into different tribes, and they kept on fighting and did racism and other stuff, and the Justice Knights were supposed to dismantle it.
The mages of transformation have been around for millennia upon millennia upon millennia, and some more millennia. We are all but caterpillars going into the chrysalis. As mages of transformation, we strive to evolve while we're in that chrysalis and break free from the boundaries of the chrysalis and what we are, and transform to what we shall be, always seeking to be our best in heart, mind, and soul. Thank you.
In case you've forgotten, I am Salila Elfiros, head of the Potion Makers of Generosity. Students of our house focus on generosity, the act of giving. When this house was founded, I was a wee girly, and I saw my predecessors change the world through their acts of generosity. When they gave out their potions, my little village would instantly become a community that worked together to be more productive and happier. My predecessor, Helga Oshenshar, understood that when you give freely, both you and the people you are giving to become happier. And she also strove to freely give knowledge. Our goal is that the world will be like my little village, and every student will be like Helga, my dear friend.
Hello, everyone. I am Philomena Chunk, and I am the head of the House for Healers of Equity. So our house, we specialize in anything healthcare-based, wellness-based, and body-based. Actually, when you're a student at the School of Healers of Equity, there is a secret underground oasis. Well, technically it's not an oasis, but it's a body of water underground where all the water in the world flows from, and we protect it fiercely. We make sure that everybody in the world gets access to this water, and this is special healing water. It's been kind of hard lately, especially with all the development going on, but we're doing our best to make sure that everyone has an equal, fair, and good chance at life.
I thank you, our heads of houses, for sharing the stories of your house. To those that are joining from our online oracle, you're welcome to leave in the chat your thoughts on what these house values mean to you. interdependence, pluralism, justice, transformation, generosity, and equity. And it is important for us.
I'm Larry.
I'm Barry.
And David.
Excuse me, what are you doing here?
We don't know where we are, but we need to ask some very responsible adults what these houses mean.
Okay.
And also irresponsible adults are an option as well.
I was going to say, you might not find very many of the responsible adults here, but give it a try.
Hi, I'm Larry. What does the Druids of Interdependence mean to you?
Well, it means I need other people and I always want to help other people.
Nice.
Oh, so this is the Healers of Equity. What exactly is equity?
Well, we seek a fair chance for everyone.
Good answer.
Hi, I'm David. Yeah, that's me. Okay, so what does the Justice Knights or Knights of Justice mean to you adults or whatever you are?
As an irresponsible adult, I must say that the Justice Knights, we are passionate about fighting injustice where we find it and standing up when we see things that don't sit right with us.
Whoa.
Hello, so you're the potion makers of generosity, right? I'm Larry, and let's go to the adults over here. What do you think potions of generosity means to you?
Being of service to others and always thinking about what I can give.
Nice.
So, these are the mages of transformation. You. What does transformation mean to you?
It's like a caterpillar turning into a chrysalis, turning into a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Hello, human or adult or whatever else you may be. What does it mean to be a scholar of pluralism?
We believe that we need to consider all kinds of different ideas before we reach the truth.
Whoa.
Can we stay and learn with you guys?
First, strangers, I have words from our online oracle. They tell us that interdependence means inviting everyone into the conversation and respectfully considering all perspectives, even if we disagree. Generosity is very powerful if you don't do it expecting something back. You always learn about the recipient, too. And together they form a cornerstone of a peaceful, inclusive, prosperous, and happy society. You are welcome to join us as new students. Thank you, three noble strangers, for joining us and helping us to better understand our own houses. I now invite the Reverend Mark Catolo, the monk of Universalism, to offer us a moment of prayer and meditation.
We join together because the world can be overwhelming for us. We witness war and violence, storms and illness, events which feel so far beyond anyone's control. As we join in a moment of prayer and meditation, may you each find comfort, solace, and hope in our gathering. As a community, it's important that we take time to honor all that we bring to this space. Here we honor one another in our completeness, in that web of interconnection, and we support each other through both the heartaches and the joys, because each of us matter and all of us deserve to be loved and cared for. For that reason, we pause now in silence to acknowledge our joys and our sorrows. We hold in our hearts all these feelings and experiences, the heartbreak, the fear, the hope, the courage, and so much more. We also honor all these unspoken joys and sorrows which are in our hearts and minds. And now, would you please join me in a moment of meditation? While sitting down where you are, be aware of your feet grounded on the floor. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, scanning your entire body up and down from your toes to the top of your head, then back down again while breathing out. As you inhale and exhale, breathe deep into your chest so your belly fills with the air. While exhaling, control the air as it leaves your lungs. At this time, make breathing in and out your only responsibility. Listen to your breath as it goes in and out of your nose. Feel it as it fills your lungs. Control it as your lungs empty. Do this for 1 minute. At the end of that portion of the meditation, I will continue with the text of today's spoken meditation, after which we will continue with another moment of silent meditation. Spirit of life in us and around us, here is our chance, once again, to live like we wish the world would live. May we find within ourselves the courage to be who we are. May we know when it is time to listen and when it is time to speak. May we trust ourselves to be the ones to find the words that need to be said or to do what needs to be done. May we trust one another and know there are many ways to go through life. May we know that though we cannot change some of what life gives to us, we can choose how we deal with what we are given. We are coming into our power, and together we can make possible justice and love. We are all connected. We depend upon one another more than we know. We are one body. And that concludes our meditation.
Thank you for the wise words, our beloved monk of Universalism. What?
Stop! Hey, you stop! What are you doing?
I am inequality, and I am taking your 8 principles, and without them, you will not know your values.
Come back here!
Transformation, I think the loss of our sacred banner of principles may offer us a chance to reflect on what is important to us. One might even say it is a time of transformation. Might our resident bard provide us some music to consider this possibility?
We must unite against this evil villain of inequality. I think we must begin by remembering what our houses are about. Heads of houses, could you read the mottos of your houses?
Interdependence honors the interdependent web of all existence. We reverence the great web of life and with humility we acknowledge our place in it. We covenant to protect Earth and all the beings with exploration. We will create and nurture sustainable relationships of care and respect, mutually and justice. We will work to repair harmed and damaged relationships.
With pluralism, we celebrate that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. We covenant to learn from one another in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We embrace our differences and commonality with love, curiosity, and respect.
We work to build diverse, multicultural, beloved communities where all thrive. We covenant to dismantle racism and all forms of systemic oppression. We support the use of inclusive democratic processes to make decisions within our congregations, our associations, and society at large.
Transformation. We adapt to the changing world. We covenant to collectively transform and grow spiritually and ethically. Openness to change is fundamental to our Unitarian and Universalist heritages. Never complete and never perfect.
Generosity. We cultivate a spirit of gratitude and hope. We covenant to freely and compassionately share our faith, presence, and resources. Our generosity connects us to one another in relationships of interdependence and mutuality.
Equity. We declare that every person has the right to flourish with inherent dignity and worthiness. We covenant to use our time, wisdom, attention, and money to build and sustain fully accessible and inclusive communities.
With the loss of our old banner, we must remember that we are grounded in love and conveniently have a replacement banner. Inequality cannot stop us. This one's tied on too well. So we are the Fourth Universalist School of Love. We are grounded in love like our values are. We are going to ask that the heads of houses, could you grab a blank banner and bring it to your tables? These are going to be part of a time of communal learning, and we will connect them to our love banner. We are going to have on each table markers of some sort. We tried to spread them around, and we're going to take time at our tables to discuss what that value means to us and illustrate on this banner about what this value means to you. You will also want to choose a representative from your table, preferably not your head of house. We need to make sure that we get other speakers up here. So each table should be discussing, making a new banner, and choosing someone who will be coming up. If you're online, we also would love to hear your input, and I'll be wandering around between tables to share some of the input that you share. We will, during this time, have our offering, but then we will continue our craft time until it's time for the tables to present. So let us begin making our new banners for each house.
We're going to take, in a moment, we're going to have our offering, but if you are at your tables, please continue to work on the projects that you've started during this time. Each week, we donate half of the offering to a local or UU organization that shares our values. Today's offering will be shared with the Interfaith Assembly on Homelessness and Housing, a coalition of religious organizations and individuals working with and on behalf of homeless, poorly housed, and at-risk individuals. To support this important work, you may give by text on our website or the offering plate in the sanctuary. To donate by phone, text 4TH to 73256, or to give online, go to 4TH.org/giving. Let there be an offering to sustain and strengthen this place, which is sacred to so many of us, a community of memory and hope, for we are now the keepers of the dream.
It seems I have been trapped by inequality. With a villain so evilly flaunting inequality and the capture of our banner, and apparently the capture of the head of the school.
You shall kneel.
I want to share some of the things that our oracle of online wisdom shared. No kneeling. Interdependence seems easy until someone is left out because they disagree or have a different perspective. Then it is even more necessary to listen even harder and keep our minds and hearts open. Pluralism, different thoughts, different beliefs, different roads of life, different forms of love, different voices, different personalities, all that enriches us all the time. In generosity, it's good to give just a bit more than you normally would, if you can, and if you feel disconnected, then it's time to go give platelets. Okay, do any of our houses have a completed banner and a speaker to share about that banner? Inequality is saying that you guys are doing horrible, so we better prove inequality wrong. So our scholars of pluralism, you have them come forward. Yeah, bring the thing forward. I'm okay. I will survive getting kidnapped.
Bring me the lava bucket. It'll be on its way in 5 minutes.
Okay, so our scholars of pluralism are coming to share.
2 days. Yep.
Give me a second to get out of your way slowly. Alex, the microphone's right there.
Does anybody have any more string?
We will, in fact, be adding our banners to the love banner, and we have a volunteer helping us to put all of this together.
Can I also tie that one up?
Just me for now. So, scholars of pluralism, would you like to tell us about your banner and about what you feel that pluralism is about?
Hi. Oh, well, we began with illumination, the sun in the center, many paths to wisdom, seeking truth, open doors. Lots of different shapes because that represents different perspectives on life, living, and truth. And and we had owls in our trees, and we had green grass and trees, to show the richness of discussion and debate, and being able to do that and the way that nature helps us grow.
Our mages of transformation. What wisdom do you have for us?
Well, in our group, we were looking at what is transformation, and we realized that transformation is always happening in society. Things are always changing, but oftentimes this change is random and undirected. And the goal of the mages of transformation is to take this enormous power of unintentional transformation and turn it into intentional transformation. And we had to decide, what do we want our intentional transformation to be for? And we decided it's what brings us all to this congregation. It's unity. So we have all these these designs on the outside of our drawing, and all these different colors coming into sort of this center of nature in the center of our flag of our piece. So yeah, that was our idea.
Our Justice Knights. Knights of Justice, we were debating which order it's in. Our Justice Knights, what wisdom?
The Justice Knights. So we are the Justice Knights, and we felt like the core of being a Justice Knight is equality. So we had our lovely eagle sign featuring our house animal, the eagle. So it's an eagle in an equal sign, pun. And we also just have different symbols, the scales of justice, speaking out, different terms surrounding the equal sign and justice. We also wanted to make it known that inequality was not welcome, so we struck it out very aggressive. We have very aggressively struck it out. Yes, so we're not there for inequality, but we do want equity, peace, community. We have olive branches for peace, and that's really what we think justice is speaking out for equality, for equalness, and just being in community with each other and speaking up for what's right.
Our Druids of Interdependence.
Harper and I are up here because we need each other to describe our banner, because Harper worked on one side and I worked on the other side. So we are really illustrating interdependence because we need each other. So on my side, we have a web because we are all connected in one way or another. And in this web, we can touch each other and catch each other and help each other. We don't eat each other. So also down there as a mother and child, the interdependence that we have when we're growing up. And of course, the mother needs the child as much as the child needs the mother. So it's the interdependence of the older for the younger. We also have people reaching out to each other. And Harper, can you talk about your side?
My side has another web with two spiders like helping each other, but also like being like, independent on their own way, but like also helping each other when it's needed. And it's written, some things are written down there are: help each other, don't be afraid to ask for help, share, respect. Life is a rainbow, creativity, we are all different. And many more illustrations of nature and how we are all connected with spider webs.
And do we have words from our newest student of the Interdependence House?
Teamwork is important. It helps you blame someone else.
Thank you to our youngest student for sharing. Healers of Equity. And may I remind the potion makers of generosity that you still have to go.
See, there's the stick figures I was talking about. So, what we drew is like down like right there. I drew a story from the Bible about when Mary and Joseph, when Mary was like pregnant and they were trying to go in an inn, but all of the inns were already full. And then suddenly the local farm said that they could have the baby right there. And then they went to the local farm. And then what the star right there is that that's the star that guide the wise men to the baby. And how it relates to equity is the farmers how it relates to equity is how the farmer let the Mary and Joseph have their baby there, and that's like accepting Mary and Joseph.
And our potion makers of generosity. Who amongst you is brave enough to speak?
So, our flag is about time, treasure, talent, love, and knowledge. So, our coins and money and gems are for the treasure, and the stars are for talent, and the clocks are for time, and the potion in the middle and everything around it is ingredients for the potion in the middle.
Even in the midst of challenges, we have come up with a new banner, while inequality still continues to try and trap love. May I invite the head of our potions of generosity to come and deliver our closing words.
Long ago, our founders left us words to guide us. I invite you to listen to them as we come to an end for our ceremony. Our mission is to build an inclusive, welcoming community that connects us to our spiritual centers and to one another, works to end systems of racism and other oppressions, and is grounded in reason, service, and love.
I am proud of the work that our houses have contributed today. I now invite our heads of houses to return to their tables and gather your young students and your chalice lantern and bring them to the stage for our chalice extinguishing.
Yes, young peasants, come. More fish for the picking.
We bring the warmth of love, the energy of action, and the light of truth into our hearts as we blow out the chalice, back into the world of do and say, and forward to the dawning day.
Now, according to the script, I'm supposed to say, "Oh no, this isn't the last time you'll see me." Mwahahahahaha. But instead of that, I shall have Emperor and capture, so I think I win.
Inequality will not win, even if I am captured. But I believe inequality will return in the future for more villainy.
Indeed, I will.
And have we returned all of our lights?
Oh, I forgot one thing.
Oh, one more. Let's get all of our chalice lights extinguished and on our...
I actually forgot one thing. After my reign is over, I shall get Gabriel executed because he put sugar in his tea. What's wrong with that? Anyways,
Thank you, inequality, for your brave villainy. And thank you to all of our amazing young people who contributed today. Take a bow.